Good morning to all my students. How are you all? I hope you all are enjoying e-learning. This is Dalwinder Pal Singh, your English teacher, once again with this new lesson. I welcome you all to e-portal of CIS the student. I hope you all appreciate our efforts to reach out to you. Once again, I'm starting with the same instruction that please do not send any of the greeting message in chat box. Chat box is only for sharing your concerns. It's my humble request. Please don't send any of the greeting message in that. The same instruction should not be passed on each and every day, right? So please understand this thing. So let us start with what we have done in our previous lesson. First of all, for the time being, there are 17 participants. Let's wait for one more minute and then we are definitely going to start with our lesson so that everybody should join us. Meanwhile, you can just have a look on some of the synopsis that I have put over here on the board. So this is grade 10 English lesson revision. We are starting with the head driver. Then this is my phone number in case any of you people don't have my number. This is the glimpses of the chapter, the main characters of the chapter, and the main places of the chapter. I'll be right back. So I'm going to start with the head driver. And before that, let us just take a look on what we have done in our previous chapter, right? In our previous lesson, previous live lesson. So, do you remember what was that lesson all about? That lesson was about analytical paragraph. So, I have given you one idea how to write an analytical paragraph, and that was more about writing on the basis of some charts. So we have discussed about line chart in our last class, and I have given you some of the glimpses of how to go with that. So that was in the last lesson. I hope you people would have gone through your worksheet also that would have been uploaded today. So in that worksheet, I have given you some of the tips, some of the do's and don'ts for writing analytical paragraph, and then one example which we have discussed last day was given in that. The solved example was there, and then one question was there based on the same understanding. That was, but this time it was not the line chart; it was the bar chart. So this time I have given you another task to do, right? That was a bar chart. So now talking about, so I hope you people have seen those worksheets. How many of you people have seen that worksheet? Can you please send me a message in that in the box? Yes, please. How many of you people have seen that worksheet? I have seen the worksheet. Okay, maybe somebody is there, right? So I hope that is helpful to you, right? So please let me know if I can help you in some other way also. That worksheet I hope was a good one, and definitely if you require, I'm going to provide you with some more worksheets based on the same thing, right? So we can have different worksheets. We will start with our lesson of what we are going to start with today. That is, we are going to start with our revision part. So revision, what is the part that we are going to revise today? That is There are two lessons that we are going to study today. The first one is the hack driver, and the second one is Nelson Mandela. Right. So we are going to discuss about these two things. Till now, students have not come. So once again, the problem will be there by the end of the lesson. Many of the students will come up. That's I have not understood that, and I have to repeat my answers. Whatever I have discussed, I have to repeat those answers. Now, talking about your footprints, the chapter is the hack driver, chapter number 8, right? So let us take a quick glimpses of what is there in this chapter, right? So first of all, about characters. Let us talk about the characters. There are three main characters in this story. So the first one is young lawyer, then the other one is Oliver's Litkin. So I'm not going to put Bill over here. So I'm just going to remove it. And third is the hack driver, right? All right. So the third person is hack driver. You may argue for these things, but in the later stage. But right now, just like go as per the story. Young lawyer, he is actually willing to become a lawyer, but what happens? He is working in one of the firm in which, like, he was only given the task to summon the people, to deliver the summons. What is the meaning of summon? SUMMON. What is the meaning of summon? Summon is actually the government order. Summon is actually the government order. For example, person A, this is person A, this is person B. They have some dispute, right? So person A has gone to the court against person B. Now person A filed a case against person B. So court is going to send a summon to person B so that person B should come to the court and talk about the dispute, right? So this is about summoning. This is called summon, right? So what happens? He was only engaged, he was only given this task to go to different places and give that summon to those people. Who? This young lawyer. Name is not mentioned in the story. Now, what happens in this? He was not very happy with his job. This was not what he exactly wanted to do. He wanted to do the actual lawyer work, but he was only limited to these things, giving the summon to the people. And you know, being a young person, he was not very well built. So what happened? His physique was just average, right? So because of that, many a time the people to whom he go to summon, they would beat him because they were more powerful, they were well built, mature, and sometimes they were even criminals. So instead of taking that summon politely, they would take that summon and they would like burn in rage and would beat this young lawyer, right? But one day he became very happy when he got a chance to go to a very like remote place, and he exactly wanted to go away from this hustle and bustle of city, metropolitan city, right? So he was asked to give a summon to Oliver Lupkin. So this was the name of that person to whom he has to give that summon, right? His job was to give that summon, and sometimes even if they refuse to come, he has to bring that person to the court. So that was his. These were his two words. Now, when he reaches to this place, and he was completely unaware of this new place, and he was not aware what to do, what not to do with this place, how to come up with those things, right? Uh, and then what happens? He was thinking when he like came down, came out of that railway station. He was there and he started looking for the person. Now he met with a person who was a hack driver. What is hack? In a very simple word, you can take it as a tonga. It is a wagon pulled by uh, horses. So he was the same, like who was the first person to whom he met. Young lawyer met the hack driver, the first person in that small town. Now what happened? He asked that, do you know Oliver Litkins? So hack driver inquired, why are you looking for him? Hack drivers, now their conversation is that like he was not ready to tell that what exactly he wants from Oliver Litkins because it was professional. So initially he did not tell anything to this hack driver, and hack driver said, no problem, I can go along with you, and we will find Oliver Litkins. And he took young lawyer with him and started his journey. This journey was paid because that was like this person was hack driver and he was only running this hack for a financial purpose. So that was the reason why he exactly took him along. He said, "Okay, I'll charge you $2 per hour," so something like that. They had a deal between them, and finally, what happened? He took him along and started searching for him. And while he was moving around, the hack driver was continuously asking him what is the reason why he wanted to meet Oliver Litkins. But being a professional, he said, I cannot disclose it with you that what is the reason. Then he started giving him some prompts. I think you would have been a victim of his you can say victim of his bluff or something like that. You would like he would owe some money from like to you. So in this way, like he was trying to make guesses, but he did not. This young man did not disclose any point. Why has he come to this place? Why he wanted to meet Oliver Litkins? Now the story progresses when hack driver moves to these different places, right? These are the places, different places where he was supposed to be, right? So wherever he went, young man did not ask anything to any of these the owner of these places. So what happened? Hand driver always went first and asked each and every person over here that, have you seen Oliver Litkins? And everybody replied in the same way, yes, some time back he was right here and he has gone to that next place. So everybody replied in the same way, and now while searching for this man from morning till it was afternoon. Now young lawyer was hungry. He wanted to have his lunch, but unfortunately, like the person said that you can't find good restaurants over here. So instead of that, you can come to my house. We can have, my wife is going to pack lunch for you, and we can have it somewhere else, right? While we are searching for it. Now, after this, they said that instead of searching here and there, I guess it is the afternoon time. Now we can go to Litkins' house. Now, when he reaches over there, he warned him. Cab driver warned him that his mother is not that noble, that gentle. Be like very much like cautious. So what he said, and after that, the full rage of that lady came out. That lady came out with all like shouting and all that. So they both ran away from there, all of them, both of them, right? And it was the time. It was already evening now. So finally, he decided that he has to go back without finding Oliver Litkins. He went back and he told the same story to his people over there, the people who are working in the same office. So one of the person who could recognize Oliver Litkins came along with this young lawyer. Now he came and found that this hack driver and that lady, Oliver Lutkin's mother, they both were standing together and laughing with each other. They were talking to each other and they were laughing to each other. Now, here, young lawyer and that person who was aware of Oliver Lutkins, they were there, and this young lawyer said that that is the person who helped me finding Oliver Lutkins for the whole day, and we were not able to find him. The lady who is standing over there is Oliver Lutkin's mother. So the person who came along with young lawyer said that you were once again be fooled by Oliver Lutkins himself. That hack driver was none other than Oliver Lutkins. Got it? So this was the story. So after this, both of them, Oliver Lutkins and his mother, started laughing. Right? So this was some of the glimpses of the story. Now you can ask me the questions, whatever doubts you have. So if story is clear, first of all, send me thumbs up if story is clear. Now, what are the doubts that you should ask me? All right. So you are free to ask me the question. First of all, tell me, is the story clear to you? And then I should move ahead. Okay, fine. Manpreet Sani, okay, fine. It is clear. Continue. Okay, now please ask me what are the doubts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got that. Story is clear. Now tell me what are the doubts. Yes, please. Doubts now. No doubt. Gavish has got no doubt. Okay. Next. Creed says no doubt. Fine. Move on, move on. Why everyone were lying? Yes, Pargeet. Why everyone was lying? Like it is same as you would have seen in many of the movies that people, when police come to search some of the culprits, and other people around them would try to safeguard them. So if you come to know about Jammu and Kashmir, whenever police or military get into to catch some person, all the villagers would come out and would try to safeguard them. So the same thing is in this story. So that was the thing. Everybody was lying because they were aware that why people are coming to catch Lutkins. That is only because of his illegal works, or why he is always very clever and getting out of all these trouble. So that is the reason. And most probably, the second reason could be because all the people cannot be bad, right? You cannot say that all the people would try to safeguard a culprit. No, this cannot be there. Reason. I guess the second one could be the first one, that he has only taken this young lawyer to the people who were his friends. That is the reason. Lawyer did not go to anyone. In fact, the hack driver took him to all the people. And how do you know the people whom the hack driver is meeting is his friends or not? So he was taking him to all of his friends. So that was the reason, and they were trying to safeguard him. That's the only reason. I hope this is clear, Pargeet. Please let me know about this. Okay, no doubts, no doubts. Jaspreet has also come up. Ikrit has also come up. Okay, fine. Thank you, Pradeep. Please let me know if the answer is clear. Gavish, fine. Parul Rana, okay. Pradeep, okay, fine. Got it. Now, so this was about the hack driver. Now, let us move to our second chapter, which we are going to study. Let me take the book. This is from the first flight, and the name of the chapter is Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. Okay, my question is, what do we mean by this? Long walk to freedom. I don't want like only the meaning, and what is it all about? Yes, please. Long walk to freedom. Yes. Anyone? What do we mean by long walk to freedom? Yes, it is autobiography of Nelson Mandela. Yes, that's true. That's absolutely true. Uh, so, okay, this is in the pre independent. Okay, it means how much struggle the people did to get their country independent. No, not like this. This is actually the uh, autobiography of Nelson Mandela. Autobiography means uh, like biography, the story of his own life, right, written by the person. Now, if it is biography, biography is written by other people, other narrators. But autobiography means if you are writing your life story in your own words. So that is called autobiography, right? So this chapter revolves around, this is actually the time when they got freedom, right? So yes, of course, I got that. I got that. So this is about when South Africa got freedom. Uh, Nelson Mandela to South Africa is same as Mahatma Gandhi to India. Nelson Mandela has spent his 30 years of 30 years of his life in imprisonment, right? In imprisonment. And why it was so? It was due to struggle of freedom. Now, what this chapter is running all around, this is about, like if you see on page number 16, there was like BBC newspapers report also, which is mentioned here. So now, if you can read this BBC news, what was printed on that day, right? So you can read it out. And then we will talk about what is this chapter all about. This chapter actually tells us about three things. The first one is about the personal life, little bit of personal life of Nelson Mandela. As a child, what was his thinking, and when he grew up, what was his thinking then, right? So the difference between his thinking, uh, that was that is mentioned in this. This is the first one. The second one is about that inaugural ceremony in which more than 1 lakh of people have gathered, and he has given a speech in that inaugural ceremony. What was that ceremony all about? When African National Congress won the democratic election, right, of Africa in 1994. So, and he was elected as like the leader of his country, and that was the reason why this inaugural speech was there. Now, in this speech, what has he discussed? What all things were taken in account by Nelson Mandela? These were discussed in this speech. And the third one was the general perception about freedom. The general perception of, you can say, Nelson Mandela, how he took all the things, like he saw what was the difference in the people when it was like a slave country or a colony of Britishers, and how it has changed, how the attitude of people have changed when they got freedom from white people. So that was these were the three main things of the story of this particular part. You can just read it out because each and every part cannot be discussed here. So we discussed about now there is one sort of has been discussed here, apartheid system, in which the people are divided uh, like in like you can say categories depending upon their race. The white people, the black people, so this way they were categorized, and this was the discrimination. How they were discriminated, right? So this was the reason why they were discriminated. First of all, on the basis of race, right? This was the first most thing, and then they were not even given all the fundamental rights. What are the fundamental rights? Fundamental rights are actually the right to vote, the right to raise your voice, the right to do whatever you want to do, the right to opt for your education, business, or anything, everything. Right? If you have rights of all these things, are you like in your country? If I'm talking to you, in your country, are you free to take part in any of the examination? Yes, of course, you are free. Are you free to take part in any like you can you apply to any of the government jobs? Yes, you can. If you are eligible for that, you can always apply, right? So in this way, you can apply for anything. You can live anywhere you want. If you want to live in Punjab, you can live here. If you want to go to Pune, you can go there. You can go to Kerala, you can go to Assam, wherever you want to live, right? It's your country, you can go anywhere. So that is about freedom. But in before freedom, you were not allowed to move so frequently, and you were not allowed to do all the jobs which were given to you, which were available. Only some of the jobs were open for you. Like there are certain class in jobs: A class, B class, C class, D class, E class, right? Depending upon that. So people were only allowed to do jobs of B and E grade. Now I have like one of the very interesting story for you. This was about one of my uncle, and I had a very great bonding with him, with his family. You know what happened? Like he told me that he was in army. As you all people know that I belong to army family. So I met this uncle, and he told me about his story that he was doing a job which falls under C category, right? So C, or I don't know what exactly, but little bit about this, right? C or D, whatever the category was. And like he was a mechanic, right? He was a mechanic in that you can say the regiment, right? In that regiment. So what happened? He saw that drivers would come with their vehicles. They would park it over there, that this vehicle has got this problem, you have to fix it. Now he has to fix it, and again the drivers would come and they would take that vehicle back. Now what happened? He said that like it came in my mind that I am doing all the repair work. I am working for these people, for drivers, right? So means I am lower than these drivers. My status is lower than these drivers. But actually, it was not there. Actually, the driver comes in E category, and he was in maybe D category or something like that, right? So what happened? In the very next, he discussed it with his seniors. Seniors tried to like convince him that you are in D category. Your job profile comes under D category. So the drivers are in E category. Why you want to come down? Because I don't like that I am fixing vehicles for other people. Why should I do so? So I enjoy driving, right? So in the very next exam, uh, there are always exams in that. So he did not perform well, and finally he was shifted to E category. And finally, when all those things started coming to him, that what are the benefits which he was getting in E category, and what sorry, in D category, and all those benefits were taken away from him in E category. The only thing he got was driving a particular vehicle. Now imagine how would be the situation. Now he once again started he regretted for his decision, and again he went to his officers that, sir, I'm really very sorry, I did this thing, but this was not wrong, this was wrong from my side. So he again worked very hard, and slowly and steadily he moved up to category B, right? So slowly and steadily, after giving so many exams, he came to category B, and I don't know whether he was able to come to category A or not. But this was about the different categories have got different benefits, right? So the benefits start decreasing as you go down in the line, right? So the same thing was there when you are under some colonial rule. In that time, you are only given the least benefits of D or E category, right? So this was the only thing we were allowed to do. And later on, how the things changed, how all these things were changed in South Africa, and how the new dawn was there. New dawn means new sunrise was there, and these all things were changed because of that democratic election, when African National Congress won that election with complete majority, right? So this was about this chapter. Now you can ask me about your doubts, whatever you have in this chapter, so that I can clear your doubts before the lesson gets over. Okay, sir, is South Africa now a developed country? No. South Africa has got independent, democratic government in 1994, and we are a democratic country since 1947, right? So they are on the same way. They are on the same track. They are also developing country. We are also developing country. Next question. Okay, sir. Once explain his speech. Well, speech has got different points in that. Uh, like what particular part, Vinandan, I would request you if you can just like underline the things which you were not able to understand, because this whole chapter is about Nelson Mandela's speech, right? So he welcomed everybody. So he welcomed all the guests who were there. There were more than 1 lakh people who gathered over there. Then he discussed about you can say how the color, how the system changed. and how the independence is going to be in the future, how the people are going to get benefits from this independence. So he discussed about that now there were two anthems, national anthems, right? So these national anthem, one national anthem belongs to the black people, and other one was belongs to the black white people, right? So now they said that the rainbow of people over there. There was a discussion called as rainbow, something like that. So what that rainbow means? Rainbow in that means the people from different country, different religion, different color. They came in that inaugural ceremony, and they were all like the colors of rainbow, right? So that was the thing mentioned in that. Okay, Arshdeep Singh, sir, can you explain the last line of this chapter that is the oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed in their humanity. Right. Yes, please stop now. I'll just answer this question. Oppressor and oppressed. What do we mean by this? Do you know that? In very simple words, you can say oppressor is the person who is dominating. Oppressed is the person who is being dominated, right? So both are alike. Why they are alike? They are robbed of their humanity, right? So how and why? Now let me tell you this. Now imagine yourself, if somebody is trying to dominate the other people. The person who is dominating the other person or the people, that person is actually going away from humanity, because no human culture, society, religion, anything ever says that you can dominate some other people. Am I right? So if it is so, if you if no humanity says like this, that you can dominate others, then who gave you right to dominate others? And if you are dominating others, you are going away from humanity. I hope this is clear. So oppressor has already gone away from humanity. Now coming up to oppressed. If it is said that you can only be dominated if you allow them to dominate. Uh, in many of the movies, you may find dialogues like, uh, these people who dominate others, they cannot dominate others until and unless those people would accept that domination. That was the reason, right? So in both the ways, if you are accepting their domination, you are putting yourself under them. You are putting yourself that, okay, sir, like I accept your slavery. So that is the thing. That is the thing. We are going away from humanity. We do not value it. How can others value it? So that is the thing. In this way, both of them, oppressor and as well as oppressed, both are alike and both are away from away from humanity. Got the point? Okay, now this is Simran Sani. I told you this is going to come. Now we have completed that chapter, hack driver, and all of a sudden question has come from hack driver. Anyways, sir, in chapter the hack driver, why a young lawyer did not worry about his failure to find victims. Okay, now I want somebody to answer this question. If you were aware of doing it, if you were able to understand the hack driver, can you reply to this question? The hack driver, why young lawyer did not worry about his failure to find victims? Yes, please. Anyone? Or shall I reply to it? So no answer is there. Let me answer this question. In this, there may be two reasons. The first reason was that he actually decided in the chapter. He also said that he would like to live in such a place, such a peaceful place, right? and he would not continue his job, and he would live over here, right? So that would be the one reason. And the second reason can be like, if he was not able to get a person, somebody else would come, and else would come along with him to find that person. So he was not very much worried about that, because that company, that organization already had the plan B for that, right? So that was the reason. Okay, next. Other doubts, please. Other questions, please. Okay. If the person is dominating or getting dominated by other person, what does this mean? Ikrit, I cannot understand whether this is a question or answer. Okay, no doubts here. Ikrit, I'm not getting this. What is the meaning of this? Both are correct. Both are incorrect. Okay, no doubts, sir. All clear. Okay, fine. So what else is left here? Just check once again if there is any part. Shall I ask you few of the questions? You can just check those questions with yourself. Sir, why was 10 May called the odd? Yes, okay. Uh, Fine. Let me tell you about this. Why 10 May? So, when is the autumn season in India? What is the autumn season like, time frame, time period? Because it is the autumn season in South Africa. That's true, Adisha, but that need to be handled in some other way. Let me explain it to her. See, we live in northern hemisphere of our globe, and northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, they both have different weathers and different climates. You know, when we are enjoying winters, Australia is facing summers, and when they enjoy winters, we are facing summer, because this is, they are in southern hemisphere, we are in northern hemisphere. The same is with South Africa also. So their autumn season, uh, 10th of May is their autumn season. All right, I hope this is clear. Yes, that's true. Can be. Yes, that is true. Okay, next, Lakpit, due to geographical condition are different. Yes, of course, that is true. So they fall in southern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere, the autumn season is in the month of May. That is the reason. So it is practically true, right? It is not because of some other reason, but practically it is true. Okay, right. So any other doubts? Shall I ask you a few of the questions so that you can just take a look on your own understanding? Okay, the questions may be, I'm going to ask you a few of the questions. Uh, in this chapter, there was one of the word, uh, white supremacy. White supremacy, what does that mean? You have to find out the meaning of it. This is the first one. Coming to the second word, that is okay. Yes, on page number 18. White supremacy was on page number 17. And on page number 18, when the speech starts, today all of us do. So in this, it is written human disaster, extraordinary human disaster. What does that mean? Supremacy power of whites. Yes, the people, the white people means the Britishers, the English people, when they like control more than 80% of the world, right? So that was called white supremacy. Now coming up to the next, that is extraordinary human disaster. What does that mean? Page number 18. This is in the second paragraph, the second last, third last line. What is extraordinary disaster? Okay, British rule or dominance of white people over black people. Yes, that is the white supremacy. That's true. No problem in that. So, Summer, are you replying to my second question? Extraordinary human disaster. What does that mean? Is it the answer of that, or you are answering the previous one? Kamakshi, not natural or made by God, but made by human beliefs. Okay, so you mean to say extraordinary human disaster. Okay, out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long. This is actually regarding apartheid system that I told you in the beginning. So that was mentioned on page number 16. The very first line before you read apartheid, the political system. So that system which divided the whole country due to their color, due to their caste. So this division was really a disaster. This has never allowed any of the human being to like feel like equality. So that was the reason. All right. So this was the main reason in that. That is the reason why it was called extraordinary human disaster. Okay. Okay. Maybe white dominance. No, this is not the same. This is apathy. Yes, Pargeet, you are right. Pargeet has given the right answer. Inhuman practice of apartheid, the racial discrimination suffered by black and at the hands of white in South Africa. Yes, that was not only because of human supremacy, but that the system which was created by them. That was the main reason of this. Absolutely right. Now, why do you think Nelson Mandela, in the very next line, uh, Nelson Mandela thanked international leaders? Why do you think Nelson Mandela thanked international leaders? What was the main reason behind it? Okay, I guess time is getting. We are already running out of time. It's 10:55 almost. Then we can definitely take this lesson forward after some of the days. Let us complete. Now you can tell me your feedback about the lesson through your WhatsApp messages. I'm waiting for your WhatsApp messages. Your attendance should come through that. And thanks for today's attending my lesson today. And thank you very much and for your wonderful support, your queries, whatever you asked me today. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Stay fit, stay healthy. Hope for the best. Thank you. God bless you all.